It looks like we're live.
Who knows?
Hello, everyone. Welcome into the Flippin Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Starr, and with me today I have Robert.
Hello. I finally
And
have good internet. Yay.
he finally has good internet. It's still going to be an amateur show.
And
So,
watch me cut out still.
welcome to the amateur hour. We were in the. I sent him the wrong StreamYard link, and we had a hot mess on our hands trying to get on, so we're late. We're professionals.
That's right. And I have an annoying cat next to me right here. That won't leave me alone.
Yeah, she was
Put it down
meowing.
like 3 times. And here goes number 4.
She's cute. So we're just gonna wait for a couple minutes for some folks to come in. I see that Heather is here. Happy to get alive with two of my favorite resellers. Who else is here? Pete Gaither. Well, poop. Did you bring any pooping plush with you?
No, I don't have any poop today.
I think that the pooping plush are popular and in high demand.
I have this
I don't
poop.
know. I don't even have anything near me.
Oh, I got a whole wall full.
I do have behind me the big squishmallow Robert got me last year.
Oh, I have this cupcake.
That's in the thumbnail.
Yeah, there's a thumbnail.
The sloth is behind me. I did list the sloth, but it is hanging out with me until it sells because it's my friend.
Cool.
I don't have very many.
Cat, you can see my camera bounce around. My cat's coming back.
All right. Well, we wait for people to get in. The purpose of today's show is really just to let people ask questions about reselling plush. And Robert and I have questions for each other we're going to ask. We can do those first.
Cool. Mine first? You're first.
You're the guest. I'll ask you first.
Okay.
Why plush?
Well, I went through a ton of different things. I went through jewelry. I bought out a jewelry store. This is because I was selling houses before I started doing eBay. This is 21 years ago. So,
Jesus Christ, how old are you?
Well, I started doing eBay when I was, I don't know, 15, 14.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. I was selling my video games. Every time I'd buy one, I would sell it on eBay. So started super slow. But yeah, when I lost $150,000 when the housing market crashed, I started looking for things to do and flip. So I started with jewelry. I bought a jewelry store out. I don't remember how many thousands I spent. So I tried jewelry. It was boring. I hated jewelry. Then I bought purses at that store. I paid, I don't know. I bought out them. Purses weren't fun. So then went to clothes like everybody else. Clothes was terrible. I'll never do that again. And then I started plush. I just wound up into plush. I found a thrift store where I can get the bags of plush for $1. And I bought hundreds of them the first day and never stopped.
So you just, by chance, stumbled on them and bought those bags, and that's how it started?
Well, we moved my grandma out of my house because she was getting too old to take care of. So she loved going thrift stores. So every time we'd visit, we'd take her thrift store. And there they were, bags and bags of plush. So every week that I'd visit my grandma, it was plush time.
That's fun.
Yeah, it made it easy. And
Yeah,
she loved going through the plush. I mean, when she finally passed, she had trash bags of plush that I bought her. And there was like 4 or 5 trash bags of plush because she used to put them all over her bed and annoy the workers and stuff because there's so many plush on her bed. But
so many.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's a grandma. I wonder if that's a grandma thing because my grandma, she's been gone since I was 20, so it's been 20 some years. But she had those hammocks that you hang in the corner that you put the plush in.
Oh yeah, those hanging things.
Yeah, she had like 4 rooms in every corner, so that's like 16 corners. She had these hammocks, which is these plush, and then she had this old rocking chair in the living room, and she had so many on there. They were like in rows and stacked very precariously all the way to the top. I wonder if just a grandma, because when I'm a grandma, I'm gonna have lots of plush.
Yeah, her bed was always covered with them. She would make her bed and then like stack them.
That's cute. Um, okay, I guess we can go back and forth if you want.
Okay, let's see. What did I have? My phone shut off. What is the worst buy you've ever done?
Wow. Well, the reason I say wow, you know that Keith and I are self-taught, so we used to buy everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when we first
What is
started,
the worst bulk buy you've ever purchased?
the worst bulk buy was probably one that came covered in cat hair.
Oh,
The dude said there may be some of these pieces that may have some hair on it. He made it sound like of all the pieces, there might be a couple I'd have to lint roll. What he failed to tell me was that he owned approximately 1,500 white cats who all
laid all
used
over
this
'em?
inventory as their bed. I mean, it was covered in white hair, and I'm allergic to cats. If I'm around like a cat long enough, it kind of goes away. But I
Yeah.
haven't been around a cat in a long time. So when we opened this box and all this cat hair, my nose was like bright red. And it was just, we had to wash it and dry it like 5 times just to get it to where I could even lint roll it. And it became to where we were just like, after like the second time of washing and drying, we actually were picking through it, and anything that wasn't going to sell for like $20 or more, it was so much work to get it ready to photograph. We were like, redonate.
Yeah. You don't want to
So
lint roll everything.
it was probably the cat hair box I refer to it.
It's nasty.
Me and I was sneezing and my eyes were wet. Like, because like I've had cats before, and usually when I have a cat for a couple months, it's real
Yeah, you
bad.
get used to it.
Yeah, and I take Claritin every day anyway because I'm one of those nerds that's allergic to like everything. Like not food. There's no food I'm allergic to, clearly.
Me either.
But like the pollen and everything that's in the air. I've lived in North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Florida, Arizona. It doesn't matter where I'm at. I'm allergic to everything. And
Yeah,
like
California's
as far as
fun
me.
with the dust and dirt and mold and everything else.
Yeah. So I do take like daily, I take a Claritin just as a precaution. And then when I get itchy, I take Benadryl, but then I fall asleep. But that box was such a hot, it's like there may be a few pieces with cat hair, but you meant to say is you own every white cat in America and they used your inventory as their bed.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, it was almost all black clothing, so that was even
Oh,
worse.
of course it's black.
With white cat hair.
You can't get white clothing with white cats. Never.
No. Okay, so my next question is, now I don't want you to give away any trade secrets, so you can be ambiguous or answer.
I answer everything.
Answer mysteriously. But your favorite way or place to source your plush?
Oh, Plush. That's the Goodwill bins. That's super easy. I got 10 Gaylords of Plush one time, and it lasted all through COVID, basically. It took me a whole full year to list all those Plush. It was 88 full green trash bags, and the bags weren't the normal black trash bags. They were the green trash bags. So
Like the lawn
were,
bags?
yeah, the lawn bags where you could fit a person in them. So
How
there
would
was
you know that?
88 of them. So I mean, it took me about a year and a half because, I mean, it wouldn't have taken me that long, but I would get more inventory other ways. So, and I would get bored. It was just after a while you get bored a little bit. So I would go to something else. Like I got my action figures now, and I got Funko Pop and whole bunch of different other things that I'm selling. I even went into t-shirts because of the GameStop buyout that I did.
Mhm.
So I had a whole bunch of other things, but yeah, it was 88 bags of plush from the Goodwill bins, and I paid, I think it was only $1,500 for it, if I remember correctly.
Wow. So that's like
It was a
pennies per
truckload
plush.
for $1,500.
That comes out to pennies per plush. That's almost pure profit.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I mean, but my whole living room was completely full up to the roof, even because I didn't want to put it out in the garage because I don't know how, because we get like 115-degree weather here, so I was like, I don't know if it would rot them over time. So I had them all in my living room, 88 huge bags all over.
Wow.
It was a big pain.
And a year of effort,
Yeah,
right?
and it wound up being the best time because COVID just started right then, and I had all that to work on, so I didn't have to source for good 2 years if I didn't want to.
That's awesome.
Like, got my annoying cat here.
I'm we've been really good at keeping up on our death pile, and we don't have one. I literally only have what we just sourced yesterday and the plush that came in. There's a plush unboxing coming out later this week on my channel, guys.
I just went to the thrift stores yesterday, so I have one too.
I am too.
Yeah.
Well, mine was a mystery box sent to me.
By Greg?
No, the person I was telling you about that went to the bins.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say who it was on the video because I'm not sure if she wants anyone to know who she is. I mean, she's more than welcome to tell people, but
yeah, I try to keep that secret too, and people, I don't know if they want.
Yeah, some people are kind of weird. They don't want to be. Some people like to be known. Some people don't.
Yeah, it's weird.
But yeah, all I have is what we just sourced. I've even got everything from my last startup box. If not listed, it's at least unless perfectly drafted.
Yeah, cool. All
right, next question.
All right. What movie that you can't watch but you heard is such a great movie, like one of the greatest movies, but yet you don't like it and you can't watch it?
I don't know, because all the great movies
mine is Pulp Fiction. I have never watched that movie. I've turned it on like 3 times, and I've turned it off within the 5 minutes.
You need to get out of my house.
Oh, and the new Spider-Man cartoon with the pig. I see the trailer with the pig. I can't get through the cartoon.
Oh my god, Keith doesn't like or Boondock Saints either, and I'm like, get out, get out. Let me think. Well, this is going to be surprising to a lot of people because it's a Marvel movie.
Oh, okay.
And I actually just sat through it a couple weekends ago with Keith. It was the first time in a long time. The first Captain America.
Oh, I hate Captain America. I've never liked the character, period.
No, yeah. He's a boring character. The original Captain America, I tried to watch when it first came. I went to the theater and I was present physically, but I think my mind just kept spacing out.
Yeah.
And then I kept trying to watch it from home and falling asleep. I'm not into Captain America. I don't like his story. I'm not big on Peggy Carter. And then, like, recently, that Winter Soldier and Falcon show on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I sat through that physically with Keith.
I actually like that. I've never liked the Captain America. Well, the shield thing always got me, even as a kid. I mean, sometimes it bounces off of metal, then it'll stick to metal, and it bounces off people. Why wouldn't it cut them in half if it's going to go through like a tank sometimes? And then that, and I don't like the enemy, the villain, the red mask guy.
I like the actor.
No, I'm not talking about the movie. I'm just talking about in general Captain America. Okay. I've never liked
the actor.
The whole Hitler.
He was Mr. Smith, or sorry, he was Agent whatever from Matrix. I like Hydra. Like, I watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that TV show.
Yeah, the Hydra was all right.
But that's like one I could think of. Most of the really great movies are like hyped up that are ones I like Star Wars, Marvel.
Yeah.
You know. Outside of that, there's terrible movies I've seen, but they were terrible movies, and everybody knows they're terrible movies. I don't know, because I kind of forget about movies that are bad. Like, and I'm the same with books. Any other bookworms in the house are familiar with DNF, or did not finish. A lot of people, when they start a book, they force themselves to finish it. For me, life is too short. And if I'm not liking a movie or a book, I got plenty of other movies and books, and I'm getting old and I don't have time.
I'm 100% did not finish. Never finished books. There's so much like TV and stuff, and I just don't have time for them.
I read
You
a
know
book
what
a
my
day.
feeling about books? I don't have time to read. I mean, when I'm at home, I usually like to be working. So I'm either working or watching TV, and there's so much TV out there that I open a book and it's like, oh, I'm tired already.
Well, yeah, but I actually like, and to me, reading a book is better than watching TV. It's something I've liked it since I was a kid, and it's a prior. I make it a priority because it's
Yeah.
something I enjoy doing. You have to make what you enjoy doing a priority. So, whatever you like to play video. Well, that's my next question. Or it's on here. But whatever you like to do in your free time, you got to make sure you're making time to do it. And that can look different for everybody. Some people it's video games.
Yeah.
Some people it's going out there, outside, and hiking and doing physical things.
Oh,
which
no, thanks.
nope, I'll be inside with a book or a movie. Thank
I stay
you.
away from the sun. The sun hates me. I'm white. Can't you see?
I just don't like the outside, and
That too. It'll make me sneeze.
it's I'm such a hermit. That's why this job is so great. Okay, my next question isn't really a question, but just a piece of advice that you would give to new sellers that you wish you knew when you started. Oh, and hi to everybody coming in. I see you there.
Hey, everybody. Do we have people watching?
We have some folks watching.
Piece of advice. Trying to think. Something different that I haven't said in the past 40 videos.
Well, that's why I said maybe something you wish somebody had told you.
Not do jewelry and clothes for one.
Excuse me.
That was a nightmare. I still have jewelry from 20 years ago over there.
You should bulk sell it off to other resellers. I have a lot of friends that sell jewelry.
It's unbranded now. What's left, it's like Sephora, just knickknacks. It has like a mother charm and just a whole bunch of crap. That's left. It'll fit probably in like one priority flat rate. But it's 21 years ago. My first bulk buy was probably like 20, so I guess about 20 years. Yeah,
30 years. It's been, what's that meme with that old lady from the Titanic? It's been 81 years.
Yeah, it feels like it.
Oh, I snorted.
I think when I'm 20 and it's like, oh wait, that's a long time ago now.
I know, people are like,
It feels like yesterday for me, and it's like, wait a minute.
People will say something about like 20 years ago, and I'm like, oh, you mean in the 90s?
Crap.
They're like, no, we mean the early aughts. And I'm like, no.
Oh man.
I can't believe it's, because when I was growing up, like, I was really obsessed with like the 1920s and like that whole era of the flappers. That's over 100 years ago. And like music that my parents listened to that I thought was old, no one's even knows about anymore. And what I listened to growing up, they're like, oh, Vanilla Ice, that's oldies. What? Oh man, this is why I like Plush, because it keeps me young. I can act like a child and I don't have to
play with it. A little ping here.
Yeah, actually, my
Fixed her head. I
play with my Plush all the time and talk to them. This is the little guy that hangs out with me.
That little bunny rabbit.
He's my friend.
He has a black butt.
He has a black butt?
Yeah, someone wrote a name on it.
Oh, I thought maybe that was thread.
So I kind of like made a square on it. I don't know if it's worse or better, but it was bad.
Okay, your next
That's how.
question.
All right. Well, stick with the buys. What was your best buy? It's the best buy you ever done.
The best buy.
Best big bulk purchase.
Probably the first remotes we ever got.
Oh,
All the remotes. Any remotes ever.
huge, the huge
Like,
game
I would
board
think
with
the first
remotes.
ones because that's what got it started. So I personally think remotes are very lucrative for us. But the first time, and this person actually came out and said they were from him. So if you guys are familiar with Fred, he sold us our first 2 pallets.
Uh-huh.
And they came to Pittsburgh, and we had them in Keith's grandparents' garage. But if we hadn't have done that, we never would have
kept going.
Really gotten into kept going and really gotten into remotes. So that would have to be my best one.
Yeah, remotes are so easy. They're fun.
Yeah, and our supplier that we have now, he's I say local. He's a couple hours away. So he doesn't send us pallets, he sends us big boxes, but he sends them more often. And overall it's less money to ship because it's not a big pallet coming from like California or Oregon.
That's they can afford the shipping.
And he saves up boxes, and it's almost every week we're getting 70 pounds, which is probably like 280 to 300 remotes every all the time. It's constant. And he's giving us 25 cents a pound rate. So
nice.
Yeah, that's nice too. But yeah, I'd have to say if like Fred hadn't reached out and asked me, and I didn't believe him at first. I'm like, you're just giving me your crap, you're just
so what percentage of the remotes that you get are broken or unusable?
Not that many actually. It kind of depends on where you're getting them from too. Like, some places will try to slip in phones and all this other crap in there, no backs and just junk. This guy actually makes sure they all have backs and there's no phones or any other electronics in there. It's just remotes.
Well, that's nice.
So then out of that, I mean, Keith is cleaning and photographing like 20 a day, and I've only see him like every couple of days throw 1 or 2 away.
Look at this thing.
But yeah, I'd have to say when we got started on remotes.
Oh, it's summertime. Oh, it's fur everywhere.
Yeah. I have a cat and I'm allergic. So.
Help me.
I'm allergic to cats and I want one, but that's pretty much.
Want to brush one?
I mean, that's kind of like why I like hammies, because they don't.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hammies don't make me.
If they shed, it's little tiny ones.
And I don't know because they're so small.
Yeah, they're so small they go away.
I mean, and I always have the dwarfs. Like you guys might remember Emmy. I actually have a mug to memorize. Esmeralda sent me this after Emmy had passed away. But Emmy was a Chinese ham, and Ahsoka's a Russian. And they're literally like this big. They're so small. Okay.
All right. What's
your favorite food?
I have to go with hamburgers. I love hamburgers the best. Even on my birthday, it's like always had my mom make me like she'd get a big old sourdough roll and make me this monster burger. Just to like cut 2 slices out and make me this monster burger like every birthday. So hamburgers is my favorite.
They're my top. I have a top 3, and I can never pick one over the other. Burgers, tacos, and salad.
Tacos.
But I do love hamburgers. They're good. You know what we need to go to in Vegas that we didn't go to last year? Doesn't Ramsey have a burger joint out there?
Yeah, it's in Planet Hollywood.
We need to go.
Well, we tried to go.
We need to go.
We had too many people with us. Not everybody wanted to go. That's what happened.
Well, then you and I will just go.
That's right. I got my car. We'd leave everybody else behind.
Burgers are our favorite.
Well, yeah.
Why aren't we going? And I'm coming in like a couple days before and staying a couple after. So
No, cool.
Yeah, I'm like, if burgers are my favorite food, and this is like not in a row because 2020 was the shutdown, but
Uh-huh.
1, 2, 3. This will be like my 4th or 5th trip to Vegas. Like, why haven't I been there?
Well, there's the Heart
And
Attack Grill there too. That was supposedly good.
yes, and like Keith and I, we've lived in a lot of different states and we've traveled around, and it has become our quest. Everywhere we go, we try burgers because they're his favorite food too.
And is Keith coming this Vegas trip? Are you going to be able
No,
to drag him there?
nope, he's not going. He's not coming with me. He refuses. So you guys know he's not real, right? I just made him up. I just made him up so that people won't come break in my house. They think that there's a man here.
Yeah, there's somebody there. You have like 3 dogs too.
Yeah, I have like 3 dogs, but
And they're
no
not little
hamsters.
dogs.
No Keith. All right, next question.
All right. What is the dumbest movie that you love?
Oh,
That is just absolutely dumb, but you love it.
okay. I'm gonna give you 2 answers. One is horror, and one is not horror.
All right.
Romy and Michelle's high school reunion.
Okay.
That is such a fun movie. And Army of Darkness. I have to say Army of Darkness because of all the horror movies I like, that's probably the most over the top, just
Dumbest.
silly. It's dumb, yeah.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Dumb. But yeah, it's Bruce Campbell. Come on. First you want to kiss me, now you want to kill me. Hello, bitch. That is a quote from the movie. Well, I want to know what this isn't my question, but what's your dumbest movie you like?
Oh, by far it's the Labyrinth. You know the Jim Henson Labyrinth?
That's not a dumb movie. That's a great movie.
Dumb movie. Have you seen the puppets now? You watch it now, and it's ridiculous. You could practically see the like stick on the worm. And then the weird different puppets. They're just terrible now, but it's hilarious. David Bowie running around singing.
Yes, that's such a great movie. Have you seen Romy and Michelle's high school reunion?
I believe so. It's been a little while, a little
Like
bit.
it was filmed in Tucson, so I had to watch it when I was like.
It sounds familiar, but
It's got the girl
don't
that in it,
remember it.
Lisa Kudrow. She played Phoebe.
Oh, and Little Shop of Horrors. Who can forget that
Oh
one?
my God, Little Shop of Horrors! Yes, I love that movie.
One of the dumbest movies ever, but hilarious.
Fun fact: Keith had never seen that before. So during the shutdown, it was. Remember when I made him watch? Oh, the Leprechaun movie.
Yeah, Leprechaun. I'm
Yeah,
the
so-
leprechaun, me dear.
During the shutdown, we had nothing but time on our hands, so I had Keith watch a ton of movies with me that he had never seen before.
Yeah, you forced him to watch everything.
We watched all 8 Leprechauns. We watched My Bloody Valentine, like the original from the 80s.
I don't think I've seen all 8 leprechauns.
I bought the DVD set
The
on
leprechauns
Amazon.
in the hood, I think I stopped. I was like, okay, this is enough.
Oh, they get worse. He goes
I know they
insane.
do. I don't
Then
think
we
can
watched
go
that
anywhere.
and Little Shop of Horrors. He'd never seen it before, and I'm all singing along.
That's right. You have to. There's a casino game I played yesterday. Little Shop of Horrors. And I'm just dancing away in the casino. I don't care. Pushing the button.
Seymour. Okay. What is your favorite hobby or pastime in your free time?
Guessing probably just video games. That's probably what I do the most after working or going to the casino. I do that once a week now too, just to relax, unwind, get out of the house. Like during COVID, I didn't leave the house for like 2 years. Well, I don't think most people did, but
We
it
still
was like,
don't.
yeah. But now I go to the casino every week just to get out there, unwind, relax for once. The casino and the video games. Those are my two hobbies that I go through.
When we lived in Pittsburgh, we lived near a casino, and we used to go, I'd say once a month.
Uh-huh.
It was fun. So follow up to this is, what is your favorite video game, and what are you currently playing?
Currently, I have some stupid phone game. It's called Clash Royale. I re-downloaded it. I've been playing it. I don't know. It's been out for like 10 years, I guess.
Mhm.
It's been out for a long time. So I just re-downloaded it, and I've been playing that a while. On the console, I'm finishing up Tales of Arise, which is an RPG.
Mhm.
I'm finishing that game. So that's what I'm doing.
Keith has actually been replaying Mass Effect. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, I never went through Mass Effect.
He's played it
such a
before.
Huge game that it just overwhelmed me, so I never.
Yeah, he's played it before, but they had a special sale on the online. I don't even know if it's on his PlayStation or his Xbox. He has both. One
It's
of
on
them,
both, so yeah.
I forget which one it is, but he has a PlayStation because of Robert. Well known fact. I really wanted to get Keith the new PlayStation for Christmas, and I could not find it anywhere that wasn't like charging
I'll find anything.
way above what it was. So Robert actually found someone that was willing to give it to me for like their price.
No, I actually found it. It was me.
Oh, you found it.
Yeah,
I thought you got it through your
my nephew told me when it was going to come on sale because he's all in all that. Anything that's limited or anything else, he's right on it. So he told me when it was going to come out. So I was up at 4 a.m. hitting the buy button for you.
Well, Keith
Took about an
appreciates
hour, but I got it.
Yep. So he got it for Christmas, and then he got the newest Xbox. His dad was looking out for it, and saw that it was going on sale somewhere, and sent Keith the money. He's like, "Get this for yourself for Christmas." So he ended up with both for Christmas.
Oh, so you got both. Nice.
Between you, me, his dad, and all the hard work, he got both. But
I have both too, but I never opened my PlayStation yet. It's still
we
there.
do both. But the Mass Effect had a special sale. That's what I'm trying to say. With the first 3 games and then all the downloadable content, it was like $20. And he said there was like over 40 hours of downloadable content when he first came out.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. So he got the whole thing for $20. He's like, how could I pass that up? So he's replaying that. We're replaying all of the Baldur's Gates. Let me put my pen. They're old RPG games, but I really enjoy them. They're 2-player. They're not split screen. You just play together. Kind of like when I was in my 20s, that was how they were played, and I really like this game because it reminds me of my youth. So we've been doing that together, and then the Mass Effect he plays.
My series is Dragon Age. I like the Dragon Age series.
That's by the same people as Mass Effect, right?
Yeah, BioWare.
Yeah, he told me that I would, after we finished Baldur's Gate, he's like, I think you'll like the medieval version, because the space version
Yeah, that's the one I didn't care about, the Mass Effect space version. I played it a little bit.
And that's really weird, because he looked at me weird when I said that. I was like, this game looks like it's really well done and has a good plot, but the space part. And he went, and you are a Star Wars nerd and you like Doctor Who, but you don't want to play a space video game. And I'm like, no, because my video games, I like medieval with mages and dragons and all that good stuff. And he's like, well, they make one that I think you would like.
Yeah, swords and magic and stuff like that.
I love World of Warcraft.
I don't get into.
I like magic, and like World of Warcraft's really great. But I love Star Wars and Doctor Who, so I don't make any sense. I mean, I also really love to listen to true crime podcasts about serial killers killing people, but then I'll turn around and watch a Disney movie. So
there you go.
I don't have to make sense. All right, do you have one more question for me before we open the floor up to the folks in the chat?
Oh, okay.
Right?
Because I have the same question. What is your biggest time waster?
Facebook. Did you see my eyes?
Yeah, you get stuck on Facebook sometimes. They're like, what the heck? She did like 5 posts in like an hour. What the heck's wrong with her?
Yeah. Well, see, my problem with Facebook is during COVID, I by design narrowed my friendship list down. So I only have like 100 friends on Facebook. And I try, I want to be friends with everybody in the reselling community, and that's great. We could talk to each other in my reselling group and elsewhere, but I try to keep my private Facebook just like actual friends like you, people I know that I've met. So I narrowed it down to a very small group of people. And then I started to interact with and follow pages and join groups that were positive things. So that when I would go on there, all I would see is memes from Star Wars, memes from Doctor Who, animal images, cats, beavers, otters, seals. Like I just made it so like whenever I go on my timeline, it's not people fighting. It's not politics. It's nothing to
I
do
block
with any
all
current
that.
events. So I've created a pleasant timeline for myself, but now it's like I can just sit here and scroll, and it's like an hour later, and I'm like, what happened? Oh yeah, I was looking at all these memes and these animals, because my Facebook timeline now is really nothing but memes from all my favorite shows and movies and Marvel and animals. Because I don't want any negativity. I also need to not have apparently that much positivity. So yeah, that's my biggest time waste. But it's not during working hours. Let me add that to this statement. I don't get on Facebook when I'm working. It's during the evening when I'm sitting down and I want to watch a movie or read a book.
Relaxing.
I find myself on Facebook. So yeah, it's my free time. It's my time to relax. And that's when but then it's like, I could have read half a book or watched a whole movie in that time. So then I feel like, yeah, I wasted my time on Facebook, but was it really wasted time? Because that's time I already had set aside to read or watch a movie, but I end up on Facebook instead. And part of that problem is that I read on my phone. I have Kindle Unlimited and a library app, and my books are on my phone.
Cool.
So. All right. Let's open up the floor.
Go ahead.
To all 3 people watching.
Nice.
If you guys have any,
look at the comments this time. Actually scrolls on my screen. Amazing.
Excuse me. I'm laughing at my own joke and then I choked. That's what I get. Because I'm not funny. All right. If you guys have any questions about Plush or reselling or anything else, now's the time. Put them in. AMA. Ask us anything. AUA. All right. So the first question is, I enjoy creating plush lots. Do you guys do many lots?
Very few. Mostly Beanie Babies. That's the lots I do, or small like Easter. I don't do a lot of lots. Most plush that I will just sell. I have like a minimum of $15. That's the lowest I will sell because that gives me $4 in shipping, $2 for like fees, so I make around $9. So that's the lowest I'll sell a plush or a plush lot for. So anytime a plush is not going to sell for $15, I will lot it up.
Yeah, I use lots for poop.
Yeah, exactly. I have 2 poop sock monkeys.
Are those dandies?
Yeah.
You can sell those for $15.
I have hundreds of these. Exact type. Hundreds.
I sell those.
I bought out a lot. So I put these 2 together for like $20.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, but I had hundreds of these. I bought them out when my Kmart closed like 3 years ago. So I had bags and bags and bags of the striped ones with tags. So
yeah, I had a couple with the camouflage shirts. Those are cute. But yeah, if I buy like a lot,
yeah,
and then there's a couple of generics in there, tiny ones that I just can't get what I want. My lowest used to be 12, but it's going to 15 because shipping keeps going up.
Yeah, so mine's 15 from now on, and Build-A-Bears are at 20 from now on. That's it.
Really, mine are still at 18 for the plain ones.
Minimum of 20.
Now, do you take best offers on those or no?
Yeah, I'll take best offers on anything.
So the minimum list to start at is 20.
Yeah, minimum list, and then I'll take 15% off and whatever.
And you do free shipping?
Yeah, and my sales are 15% off. So
Okay, so yeah, my Build-A-Bear start at $22.49, but we
okay,
run a 20% off sale all the time, so they go down to $17.99, and then I'll entertain
we're
offers.
about the same.
Yeah,
15% off of 20 is about 18, whatever.
yeah.
So
So I always say my starting point is whatever's going to be on sale because our 20% runs around the clock, and
yeah,
then
my
we'll do
15 too.
25 on the weekend and 30 on holiday weekends.
No, I don't change it. Mine's 15.
Mine's
I'll just
15.
end it and redo it. Done.
But I've been rethinking like my bottom, like for some of the like jeans I get in my thread boxes that are more generic-y that ship first class. I used to start at like 18, but I'm thinking jeans bottom line are gonna have to be $20 because shipping is
Yeah.
getting more expensive.
Yeah, it's getting ridiculous. I mean, pirate ship's helping a little bit with the priority, but still, shipping again is going to go up again. So
Yeah, our actual discount we get on eBay is bigger than the priority on.
oh really? Mine's not even close.
Well,
Of
all
course,
I
I
looked at.
smush my things into the smallest bag possible. I mean, I'll get this huge fish, and this is going in a 12 by 12 bag. This thing is going. This thing's going to nothing, and this thing is as big as I am.
Yeah, Robert has magic, but
I mean,
like as
I'll
far as
sit
like,
on this thing and poke holes in the bag so the air comes out, then sit on it again while I'm watching TV just to get it down in price. Yeah,
well,
I'm
like we
crazy.
use a lot of padded flat envelopes for jeans. They're $8.20 on eBay with our discount, and they're $8.30 on pirate ship. But there's some folks that don't get the $8.20 rate, so your
Yeah, that's what I get on
pirate
eBay.
ship would be cheaper for you.
I don't use the padded very often at all because I don't do jeans and stuff like that. And Build-A-Bears don't fit very well in padded flats.
No, they got to go in polys.
And usually I just take out the stuffing off the Build-A-Bear to make it under 16 ounces
Oh,
now.
good grief. Don't be telling us that. You're going to have 50 million returns tomorrow. All right, Starr, did you bring all your plush with you when you moved? They take up so much room. So, yes, I brought all of my plush with me, even unlisted plush that I had from Greg. And yes, they take up so much room, but no, not really. So it depends on how you store them. So I had a bunch of boxes from Greg that he had sent us that I had not listed, big boxes. So those were already taped, closed, and ready to go. Then as far as how we store, they still take up a lot of room. Don't get me wrong, but so does clothing. So we have bins, the same bins we keep our clothes in. I don't even have any in here to show you, but they're just like the Rubbermaid totes.
Yeah.
And I put everybody in there. We store the medium and small ones in there, and then our large plush. We have this, not the IKEA. You see those IKEA bags. Everyone uses those. Not those. They have some long. Here, let me make this so you can see me. These long rectangle ones. They're really, really long, and they zip all along the top, and they look like a duffel bag. We have them in those. Our big ones go in there. So we had like 30 of those duffel bag sized IKEA bags. And then the totes, we had over 100, but that was for clothing and plush that we just moved with us. And then as far as like the really giant plush that we used to keep, we had an extra bunk bed at our old place, which we actually gave to someone before we left Pittsburgh. Those guys we just put in the clothing bins, and then I just kept the list in my bullet journal. Let me see if I can find it because it's really funny. So what we did was like, if we had like a giant plush, we would stick it in the clothing bins. They had like all the poly bags in rows or the padded flats in rows because we store our clothes and what we ship them in. And then I just wrote what bin we shoved.
Write everything out.
Yeah, we shoved all of these big plush into these. There was one an IKEA bag into these plush, and then I started writing down when we were here and they sold. But now we have all of those in the bins as well. So I just cram as many big ones as I can in, and then write on the front of the bin who's in there.
Nice. I just put giant in my title for the large plush, and I have a closet full. That's actually 2 closet fulls. One is Squishmallow closet, and then the other one is giant monster plush closet.
So you have separate closets for your big ones.
Yeah. Well,
and
my Squishmallows kind of like moved out because I bought so many because they were so popular one time. Now they're getting oversaturated. But yeah, when the Walgreens exclusives and the Target exclusives came out, I bought so many of them that I have a full closet full and then 3 bins full of Squishmallows. And then for my big plush, I have them all in another closet. So if I get a big plush sale, I'm digging through this big old closet. I'm like actually throwing myself in there.
Wow. No, I just have to find, but like I have to look at, they're stacked. And I have to look at the front. It'll say like giant Mickey Mouse, giant SpongeBob. So you can fit
I have so many big ones. There's no way I could put them in bins. I wouldn't have any room. There's just no way. When I did the Gaylord purchase, there was like 100 big ones minimum, maybe more. So there was no way I was going to put those in bins. I mean,
I can get like 10 to a bin. We have like one whole side of our garage is big plush and bins.
Here's one from the hall. This thing.
That's big.
I have about 20 of these. I've sold a bunch of them for like $60 to $80, but this one's injured somewhere, so that's why he's
injured.
But yeah,
he was in the war. He was in the Great Stuffy War.
But yeah, these ones I got, there's no way they fit in bins.
How do you sanitize plush with tags? With a steamer?
Yeah, or I take off the tags, wash it, and put back on the tags.
Yeah. So, one thing you can do if you live in a hot state. I live in Florida. Robert lives in California.
Yeah.
One thing you can do if you are worried about mites and bed bugs, you can leave them out in the heat for 1 to 2 days, and that'll kill it. So whenever we bring plush home, they either go out on the lanai or stay in the trunk of the car.
There's a tag reattacher.
I have one too, but it's in the other room.
Just don't do it with Beanie Babies because they have a red tag.
Yeah, Beanie Babies have a red tag.
Got caught in the past with that. But what are you gonna do? Whoops.
So yeah, you can leave them out in the heat. Then you can steam them. You could take. I don't like to take the tags off and put them back on unless I have to.
Yeah,
so unless they're dirty.
Do, but unless they're usually the white ones where it's just you got to take the chance and wash it.
Yeah.
Or baby toys. Baby toys I will always wash. I don't care what it is. I will wash it.
Yes, and I do steam everything. Everything sits out in the heat for 2 days and then gets steamed. As far as
I don't think we don't have to worry about as much bed bugs. We don't have as much for here. I mean, it's out here, but it's not as rampant as it is over there in the east.
I don't know if I'm just me. I'm a germaphobe.
Yeah, you're a germaphobe, so you're going to clean it no matter what.
Yeah, I used to line all the shoes up in the foyer in Pittsburgh before they could come in the house and soak them in
I ain't touching shoes. You know that.
Nope.
Unless they're new, I'm not selling to shoes or touching them.
I'm kind of trying to get out of them. You could put jeans in flat rate envelope. Okay, so the problem I have with the flat rate envelope is that it's paper. Yeah. And if it gets wet,
I bag mine first. If I ever get
I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that. Then you incur the extra.
I jumped it.
So if you use the paper padded envelopes, they can, if they get wet, they rip. And how do I know that? Because I have had things shipped to me and I'm like, oh, it got ruined. The way around that is to get plastic bags. People use bread bags, all these other ones, but then you're incurring an extra expense.
Yeah.
So for the longest time, we just used the padded flat rate envelopes because they're padded. They have the bubbles. They're plastic. They stretch. If they get wet, they're not going to rip open because we didn't want to incur the extra expense. However, I will say that last week, I think it was Wednesday, we sat down because shipping keeps going up. So we sat down and actually did the math on what a padded envelope cost to ship versus padded flat. And then I talked to Megan Mawhinney and asked her, is there like a way to get these plastic bags in bulk? And yes, actually, she had an affiliate link, so I got to help her out a little bit. Yeah. But they have these clear poly bags from this company. It's, if you know Megan Mawhinney, she's on Instagram. You can go in her link tree. Uh-huh. It's there, and you can help her out a little bit too. But we got like this box of 1,000 clear 9x12 poly bags, and they came out to like a penny or two a bag.
Yeah, I buy mine by the 5,000. I buy blue bags. I think they're 13x10. So I buy them by 5,000. They come out to pennies.
So we got the clear ones, 9x12 for jeans.
Uh-huh.
And then we'll be saving 60 cents, I believe, a package. So now it will add up to a savings. But before I knew where to get these clear plastic ones from Meg, like when I talked to Megan, we were looking at those, you know, those plastic bread bags some people use.
Yeah, I just use the blue ones for everything. So,
we use the clear ones. So yeah, we will be switching. The plastic bags are here. They came really fast because they were off Amazon. We are still waiting on our order of the envelopes from the post office, and we'll be switching. So all the padded flat, the padded flat rates we have, we'll be using for Poshmark orders, and so it's not to waste them.
Yeah, Poshmark is great for that, so you can use them for anything.
No, I won't be doing a video tour of where we live.
Because you're not going to live there how long, hopefully.
Yeah, we're at a temporary way station, number one. Number two, I don't like to flex. Number three, I've always been like, even though it sounds weird, I am a public figure, but I'm still kind of private. So like certain areas of where I live, I'll let you guys see when I'm on YouTube. But even if you look back to when we lived in Pittsburgh, I kind of like didn't show everything. Yeah. I just don't like to show everything. And
you don't want somebody to show up on your front door.
I'm a very private person. So
I'm here for your plush. What? I just bought it on eBay. What? Why are you here at my house?
Yeah. We have a P.O. box. I mean, you know, I'm on YouTube to teach and help people, but I'm not on YouTube for everyone to know my business.
know everything.
So yeah, we're probably gonna actually be leaving Florida. Put that out there. Because it's on the podcast that's coming out for List Perfectly anyway. One of their questions is, what's next for you? And I was like, probably going home. So I'm from Arizona, and
yay, closer to me.
Yeah, I think I just want to go home. I want dry heat.
I can show you everything.
But we gotta wait for the housing market, like someone just said, settles down a little bit.
Hopefully
settle down there, Hoss.
Hopefully it'll pop, and then it'll help you.
Yeah, well, and the Keith likes Texas though, so we're kind of like,
Texas is nice too. I have a few friends in Texas. People really like it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been there. It's very similar to Arizona in a lot of ways.
Except Texas gets a lot more snow than Arizona, I believe.
Yeah, and the thing is I'm from, like, if we go back to Tucson, I could pick a neighborhood.
Yeah, you won't get any snow at all.
I won't know, but I'll know where everything is. I remember the streets, you know. So
my great grandmother used to live in Tucson, so we used to drive there once or twice a year. So I know Tucson a little bit.
Tucson's easy to know because guess what, folks? They're probably the only city in America that has a nice grid system of streets that actually makes sense. Like from east to west.
You can't get lost in Tucson, really.
And then, no, you can't, because all the
streets. If you get lost in Tucson, you have a problem.
It is a complete grid system of these nice streets. And, you know, like if you are lost and you're on Golf Links Road.
Go on one street, that's it.
Go the other way, find your way back. Find a town you know, and you'll figure out where you are. You could even be out in the middle of the desert, and you're like, oh, well, I remember Houghton Road, so.
I mean, you might melt by the time you get home, but that's another problem.
But it's a dry heat.
Yeah, it's a dry heat, dry hot.
It's like, you know, when you open your oven when it's hot and the air comes up in your face. That's like being in Arizona.
Like
But being
95
here
over here
is
right now.
like being inside of a soup.
Yeah. You got the humidity over there.
Yeah, what really is gross. Sorry, my hair's I'm shedding. You could take a shower and then like step outside and you need another one. You're immediately sticky and just what's going on? I'm shedding.
What is going on?
My hair's in my mouth. It's everywhere. So you guys, we have been on for about an hour. Let me see if there's any more. Doesn't look like any more questions are coming in. If you have any, put them in there real quick. Because we're gonna be gone and then you can't ask.
And then you'll cry.
They won't cry. They'll be like, thank God those two dweebs are off.
Those two fools are off. Why to put them on in the first place?
Okay, so while we wait, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. While we wait, you're going to Vegas.
Yeah, I'll be there in October. I already have my room.
So the Boss Reseller Remix that Katie and Vicky put on last year, they're putting on again this year. I was a speaker last year.
Are you going to be a speaker this year?
I don't think so. They're trying to get all different people on the panels than they had this last year, so it's different information. But
that's good.
I was on a panel with Diane last year from the Wicked.
I couldn't hear you.
No, because I lost my voice. Somebody says you get used to this heat. Nah, not really. I lived in North Carolina for a long time. I've lived in Pennsylvania where it's extremely humid. Being born and raised in the dry heat in the desert, the humidity can pretty much still kiss my butt 20 years later. I don't like it. I think if you're from here, you can say you get used to it. But then people that I know that are like from the East Coast that come out to California, Vegas, or Arizona, they're like, oh my God. And you're like, we're like, oh, you get used to it. It's the dry heat. And they're like, no, you don't. I feel like I'm being cooked.
When it's 100, it's like, oh, it's okay.
When it's 110
over here, then you're like, oh God.
No, I just will never. It's because I'm not. As long as I've lived on this side of the world, I'm not acclimated. I never did. I never got acclimated to the cold, for one thing. I never got used to the cold or the snow. And the humidity. Pennsylvania had like the worst of both. So the winters were super cold with lots of snow.
Yeah, you were
and the summers were extremely humid.
You were just tortured all year round.
Yeah. I only want one extreme and it can't be winter.
Yeah. I don't like humid at all.
I don't like humidity, but that's because
but hot, fine. But once it gets sticky and stuff, I'm not a fan.
And it feels like it's hard to like you're breathing soup.
And since I have a cat, it's like the cat like fur sticking to my arms. Like no, I need another shower.
Yeah, I mean you get used to it enough that you can live there, I guess. Because I lived in PA in North Carolina for a while, but it really depends on where you're from, I guess. Keith says I'm a lizard. He says I like the dry heat. And like even when he has, I get cold under the ceiling fans and the air conditioning out here, and he's like, "Why don't you just go lay on a rock?" Like a lizard. But anyway, back to the Vegas thing. So I think their tickets are going to go on sale in July for the Boss Reseller Remix. They're opening it to people that went last year first for 48 hours to get first choice or first, not choice. It's not first choice, just to make sure that anybody that already attended last year, make sure we get tickets. Then it'll open to the public. They're going to announce they're going to announce their speakers and the panelists and everybody this year soon. And they did announce today, they dropped it, that they're going to be doing the party and the panels at the Blind Center again.
Yeah, I read that.
I'm cleaning my glasses if y'all are
cool. I'm scratching my head.
So yeah, those will be at the Blind Center.
Yeah, that was a nice place, so I'm glad they went back there.
Yeah, it was a nice place to hold it. It was big and roomy. But what they do for the blind community is pretty amazing too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So we'll be there.
Yep. Join us.
I got my room and I already bought my plane ticket. I'm also going to Harry Tornado's convention in North Carolina at the end of August. So if you're going to that, I'll be there too.
Yeah.
I always like to tell people I'm pretty approachable. So don't be scared to come up and say hi. Just don't come up behind me because I might, whoa! I'm a pretty jumpy person. It's really funny because let me just tell this little story real quick. I'm really jumpy and Keith makes fun of me. But my problem is even if I know he's home, if he's in a different room, I'm really great at getting into my own head, like lost in my own thoughts and spacing out. And so if he comes in and I didn't hear him come in and he's like, hey, I'm like, ah! Every single time. Just yesterday, I was getting ice out of the freezer. We have an ice maker thingy in there, and I'm getting ice out. And I'm like in my own head thinking, what do I have to do today? I was getting iced coffee. And he comes in, hey! And I'm like, ah! He's like, you knew I was here. And I'm like,
you just start making money on TikToks. Just have Keith come to scare you.
Yeah.
You'll be a millionaire from TikTok. You don't have to do this YouTube anymore.
He's always like, you know I'm here. It's the middle of the day. He's like,
there's your $1 million idea, Keith. There you go. Get a camera and every few days just scare you.
You can't come up behind me. I will. Waha! All right. Now you got to tell us something embarrassing about yourself.
I think everybody knows me. I don't scare easy. I mean, I'm approachable.
It's not really scary. It's just getting startled. I get lost in my own thoughts and. I
don't know anything embarrassing about me. I think I'm an open book.
I think I'm an open book. He talks to his Plush.
Yeah, that's true. I'll talk to Elmo in a few minutes when we get off here. I'll be talking to my sock monkeys. I'll be dancing with them. I'll be putting on some music and
you need an OnlyFans out.
You bet should make some TikToks of me just dancing with Plush all day.
Yeah. No, I sing to my hamster all the time too.
Dance with my cat around.
Yeah, all
I'm
day.
trying to get my steps in on my watch.
And this is what happens when you work from home.
That's right. You go crazy.
A little bit. All right. I don't see any more questions coming in. And
no, nobody else likes us, so it's fine.
That's fine.
I can deal with it. I have a good ego.
17 watching and 17 thumbs up, so that's pretty good. If you're watching the replay of this, make sure you hit the thumbs up as well. It'll help the channel.
And if you don't, I don't care.
I actually forgot to put your YouTube in the description box because I'm such.
I really don't care.
I'm such a fantastic host that I didn't put any of Robert's social media in the description box. But guess where you can find him? In my Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos YouTube pod.
You don't even know your own Facebook group.
No, Flippin' Hippos Reseller pod. And you can find Robert in there. He links videos in there too. So
I'm hanging out.
You see his name down there, Zombie Bargain Hunter. That's his YouTube channel.
Around somewhere.
So join the Facebook group. We're both in there. We'll answer questions in there as well.
Instagram, Facebook, whatever.
Instagram,
YouTube. Find me everywhere.
Even
Pinterest now. Still don't know what I'm doing there.
I tried that. I gave up. I won't do TikTok.
I don't even know if it's working. I don't know if I did what I did. Listen, I post every week, but I don't know if it's working.
I'm old. Get off my lawn. I don't want to learn no TikTok.
I'm gonna start learning TikTok. Let's get this Elmo right here. Start dancing with him.
Hola means hello.
We learn Spanish on TikTok. There we go.
I need a TikTok because we can be really silly with the Plush. But anyway, you can find Robert in the group and as Zombie Bargain Hunter on YouTube and Instagram. You guys don't know where to find me. No one cares. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and do you have anything you want to say before we go?
Don't fiddle fart around.
Don't fiddle fart around, you guys. That's part of here on this channel.
Hey, that worked.
And go be productive and go make some money. Thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate you. I'll try to have Robert back on again before Vegas.
Bye.
Bye.